Hi everyone. So today I want to talk to you guys quickly about the Maryland Manual online. This is a really cool resource. It's basically an encyclopedia of all the different resources and all the information you need to know about the state of Maryland and government and laws here. It's maintained by the Maryland State Archives, and you can get to the Maryland Manual through the Maryland State Archives website. But honestly, I think the easiest way to get here is just to search Maryland Manual online on Google or whatever search engine you want. So this is the homepage for the Maryland Manual. There are a ton of resources here that we're not going to be able to talk about that are just practical. So scroll down to farther down on the homepage. You start to see some things that are relevant for us in the legal field. Here's a link to the Maryland Charter, like the document from the 1600s, the Charter of Maryland, which is pretty cool. There's also a link to the Maryland Code. This is actually through Lexis, but you don't actually need a Lexis login to access this. So even after we lose access to Lexis through the school, we can still get the Maryland Code through Lexis if you go in through the Maryland Manual online. And you can access the Maryland Court Rules this way too. There's also a link to a full version of COMAR. So you can search with the topic keyword in COMAR, or you can kind of browse the table of contents here and view, all the different regulations. And then there's also the Maryland Constitution, complete with all the articles and everything there. One more quick thing I want to highlight that we're not going to be able to get into too much is if you scroll to the bottom of the homepage, you see this link to the Archives of Maryland, and this will show you, all the different historical versions of the Maryland Manual, which will just show you like who was, in all of the elected positions that year, what was done in terms of the state government, etc. But it also, if you look over on the left here, the Archives Online has a ton of amazing historical information. So for example, they have records of the General Assembly proceedings going back to 1637. And you can, they have a kind of like a rudimentary search feature within this. So you can search within a volume for I know they passed an act on corn in this volume. So you can see what page does stuff about corn show up, and you can see that it comes up on this page. So you can search through the historical documents to some extent that way. I know someone else is doing legislative stuff, so I'm going to skip that. I do want to show you there are a couple of cool things in the judicial sphere. So if you go to Court of Appeals and then go to the marylandcourts.gov website, you'll see here over on the side there are reported opinions, unreported opinions, and pending cases. And you can actually search through these right on the Maryland Judiciary's website. So you can search by court and date of the opinion if you know it. They do have this keyword search, but it honestly, it doesn't really work. So this is really the kind of resource that would be more useful if you already know the name of the case you're looking for and you're just trying to get a free version of the opinion. Because you basically here can pull up just all of the different cases that the Court of Appeals or the Court of Special Appeals has heard, and then you can just Control F to find, the actual case you're looking for. And then you can do something similar with the federal government. You can go here to the Court of Appeals, the Fourth Circuit's website, and here they have opinions, and you can search their opinions too. If you have the case number, obviously you can pull it up that way, or you can do text search. It's a really basic text search, so you can only do a few things, but it's free, so that's good. So if I wanted to look up curtilage and garbage, I can do that, and it'll give me all the Fourth Circuit cases that deal with garbage and curtilage. If you open it, you'll see what case it is. And this one, I believe, is actually the Jackson case that we had in Lawyering 2 last semester. So those are some cool free resources. There's so much more here that I don't have time to get into. There's a ton of stuff about local government as well, and resources there, so definitely check it out. It's a very cool resource that does a ton of stuff.